Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I know I said I was going to take a week's vacation. I lied. I'm currently uploading a video as we speak. Honestly, at this point, I'm so used to talking to a camera that when I'm not talking to a camera, kind of bored. So, yes, I did not take a week's vacation as I said I was going to. I will share with you, though, that the family, we are all doing much better. We're all healthy. We're all going strong. Friday, it was so funny because when I came home from school Friday, I really thought, I'm going to go home, I'm going to sit on my sofa, and I'm not going to move. That's what I thought was going to happen Friday after school. That's not what happened. I came home Friday and I went to the bedroom and I started tearing it apart because all of that lovely Project Me stuff that I did back in January, it was all like undone. I love cozy minimalism, but honestly, it's really hard to keep cozy minimalism going when you are the only person in the house doing that and the other three people constantly bring things in and constantly leave messes here and there. You know, I'm a mom. I'm a working mom with limited time. Cozy minimalism is a great idea and I strive to achieve it, but the reality is we're real people living in a real house making real messes. So Friday I worked really hard on putting my bedroom into order the way I like it. Saturday I tackled the rest of the house. And Sunday, I spent a lot of time Sunday, I don't know how the lighting's working in here. I spent a lot of time Sunday trying to meal plan, put together grocery lists. We have been eating much better. We've been focusing mostly on whole foods, fresh vegetables, lean cuts of protein, and we're all feeling better. Bill and I are at least feeling better. The boys yesterday were going through some serious junk food withdrawals because let's be real, they're used to having an endless buffet of snack after snack after snack. And even though they do eat some healthy snacks, you know, a cup of yogurt, a banana, some peanuts or things like that, they're also used to the junk food. You know, they're used to bags of chips being in the house, they're used to salty crackers, they're used to, you know, junk food. The house right now is like totally junk food free with the exception of some corn chips. Seriously, except for some corn chips, the house is junk food free. I started not buying junk foods a couple of weeks ago, and with every grocery shop that I've done, I've just been buying fresh foods and healthy foods, and little by little, the boys have consumed all the junk food. And like yesterday, it was actually kind of comical because they were like tearing the house apart looking for some source of sugar or carbs or something. It's like, sorry, I got strawberries, grapes, bananas, you know, that's what I got for you guys. But today, they're already doing better today. It's just that initial shock to the system, you know, that, oh my God, there's no high processed fatty foods in the house. What will we do? I did find that to be able to cook healthy meals, I had to clean out my kitchen. I did that giant cleaning of the kitchen back in January. Well, I had to repeat that process in June. So I completely cleaned out and organized my pantry. I came over here to the cupboards and, you know, cleaned all of this and got everything neat and tidy because it is really hard to cook fresh when you can't find things, or you're trying to cook quickly but you know the ingredients in there somewhere and you're literally pulling everything out of the cabinet to find it. So that was something I did Monday and Tuesday, was re-purging of the kitchen, organizing the refrigerator, and all that stuff. Also, I want to share with you guys two great YouTubers. You may have already heard of these two women because they're not newbies. They've been on YouTube for quite some time. First one is Mind Over Munch. She is really big into meal planning and doing like that one big cook on Sunday to get you through the whole week, that type of a thing. And Admittedly, her videos, the majority of them, she's cooking for just herself. So yes, right away the argument, oh, it's going to be a lot easier to meal plan for one person versus meal planning for a family of 4 or 5. It's true, I don't deny that. She does have some videos up though for meal planning for a family of 4. So search those out if you can find them. And she has a lot of really great ideas. And that's one of the things I really like about her. I think her name is Ashley, I can't remember it because I've only started watching for a couple of days. So, but the channel's Mind Over Munch, and she has a lot of recipes out there, and she uses a lot of fresh whole foods. And one of the messages so she puts on her channel is that she is not creating recipes that you have to follow. She is hopefully creating ideas that you can then take and make it your own. Because I'll be totally honest, I'm a very picky eater. There's a whole lot of vegetables I don't eat because I don't like them. She does a lot of recipes using tofu. I'm sorry, I don't like tofu. For me, it's a texture thing. I don't do tofu for the same reason I don't do calamari. I can't get over the texture of it in my mouth. It's just not natural, at least to me. If you're a tofu lover, more power to you. I can't do it. I can't make myself do it. But so she has a lot of really great ideas. I love her bento boxes. Woman makes some amazing bento boxes that are not insane. Because let's be real, some of those bento boxes you see on Pinterest, who's got time for that? I don't have time for that. Her bento boxes are totally doable. So yes, check out Mind Over Munch. And the other one that I'm loving is The Domestic Geek. I think that's her channel, The Domestic Geek. And she's another one. She puts out some really great recipes, meal planning type things. And so yes, definitely check out those 2 channels, because I know a lot of you replied on my last video that you too want to use the summer vacation as a time to reset. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a big reset during the summer where I'm resetting my own health, my family's health. I'm changing the way we do food in the house. Some of you asked if I could take you along on the journey with me. I surely will. Although I am not by any means a professional in, you know, I'm a mom, I do cook, I do clean, I do all of that stuff, but a lot of that batch cooking where you like do the entire week's worth of food on a Sunday, I don't really do that, honestly. Sunday is usually like my lazy day. So, but I do want to start doing, I want to find a way to organize it where I don't have to spend 3 to 4 hours on a Sunday cooking for the entire week. But at the same time, I do need to find a way where I can do dinner in 30 minutes, Monday through Friday, and it be healthy and nutritious. So I'm trying to find a way to incorporate a lot of their ideas and make it my own and make it work for me. I haven't got all the bugs worked out yet, but when I do get the bugs worked out, I will share those ideas and those recipes and things with you guys, because I know a lot of you are in the same boat I am. You know, you're working full time, you have a family, you've got papers to grade, lesson plans to write, and somehow cooking dinner just has kind of fallen off being one of the priorities, and you're feeding your family whatever you can find, even if that's a pack of hot dogs and a box of, you know, processed macaroni and cheese. That's what's for dinner because you don't have time for something better. I'm trying to find a way to serve my family something better while not making it this just huge load of work on myself. I'm looking for a compromise. So, right now I am about to run out and get my nails and my toes done because next week I am going to Lansing, Michigan for a PD in-service. I am going to vlog during the in-service training. I don't know how many videos I will get up during that time frame though, because I'm not sure what kind of Wi-Fi the hotel will have, and I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have because it's not a vacation, it is a working PD. I will be up there with a lot of my coworkers, administrators, so it's not just a matter of going to the PD during the day. I'm sure that even when the PD is over, there's going to be things that we're all doing together. So I'm not really sure how much I can vlog of that, but I do want to take you along. And then I get back from the PD Thursday afternoon. The very next morning, Friday, we are going up to our property up north for 9 days. And the Wi-Fi up there is not good at all, so I won't be able to upload while we are away. So I'm trying to work all this out, trying to get videos made, trying to get videos scheduled. But yeah, there's going to be a stretch in there where I'm probably not posting just because I will not have access to Wi-Fi for a long stretch of time. So I got to get going though right now because I have a mani and pedi calling my name. So I'm at Target, got my nails done, love the color, got matching toes, and look at these, aren't these cute? Magnetic locker sets. I don't have a locker, but those are really cute. And there's no point in buying them for my boys because, well, Casey doesn't have a locker yet, he's only a 5th grade, or going to be a 5th grader, but AJ would never use this anyway. But those are so cute. I love the dollar spot at Target. So let's see if there's anything good here today. Paper fans, don't need any of those. Lots of good things, but nothing here that I really need. Although I really shouldn't be in this department anyway. I came for cat food and AJ some deodorant. I really need to leave with just cat food and deodorant. Ooh, rose gold. I was really good at Target today. I left with a bag of cat food and just one bag from Target. I didn't buy a lot. Got my kitty some food, another bag of her favorite treats, and then here is AJ's deodorant that he needed. And then for myself, I bought a few things I need for my upcoming back-to-back trips. So I bought myself a mini sunscreen. This is the Banana Boat Sport Cool Zone SPF 30. I like to keep this in my purse at all times because I don't slather myself with sunscreen every day from top to bottom. I know you're supposed to do it year round. Let's be real, most days I don't think about it. But I find a lot of times when I'm driving, this arm is getting baked in the sun. I know that's first world problems, but it does. And I start to sunburn so stinking fast that by having this in my purse, I can just like pull it out and put a quick little spritz of sunscreen down this one arm. This way, if I'm driving for a long distance, my arm doesn't sunburn in the car. Yes, I sunburn that fast. It is pathetic. And then I needed more of my simple cleaning wipes, makeup removers, and another little bottle of my simple eye makeup remover. I swear by this stuff. I know they have really fancy, expensive brands that you can buy at Sephora or Ulta. You so do not need them. Just the simple is perfect. And then I also bought 2 of these. I love a charcoal mask, and I find that these ones, I mean, they're like 98 cents, and there's usually enough in here to get 2 uses out of them. And this brand is really good on my skin. It doesn't cause reactions or anything. And then finally, I bought myself a little travel-sized deodorant to take with me when I leave. Also, another tip I've learned the hard way, when you are going out on a vacation or you're traveling, don't change your products. That is never the time to try a new moisturizer or a new foundation or any new products. Seriously, if you are traveling and you're going to be gone for several days, you need to look presentable, you're going to be with a boss or administrator, use your routine that you've been using for long term, because that is the last place you want to be when you have, like I had a couple of months ago, when my entire face burnt off because I tried that Dr. Pericone's skincare line. Oh my God, could you imagine if I were like traveling and with my administrators and suddenly I wake up the next morning and my entire face is burnt off? That would be bad. That would be really bad. I was just reading some of your comments on my latest YouTube that I put up, Raising the Bar for Our Boys. And I stand by my comments that I made in that video, although I can see that some of you disagree and some of you seem to be taking a little personal. That's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, and you know, we all have our own views on situations. I did want to take a moment though to clarify, because one, I don't want you to think that all I do is let my boys watch TV. They do a lot more than that. My boys are engaged in sports activities. They're part of teams. They are, one's in music lessons. They're doing a variety of things. So it's not like they're watching television 24/7. But we're in a situation where we, one, have access to those kinds of resources, and two, we can afford to pay for them. I think where I really feel passionate about this TV situation and children's programming, the district I work in, let's be real, it's a 97% Title I building. The vast majority of my students are growing up in a situation of poverty or very, very near to poverty. And they're not necessarily afforded access to being on a baseball team, having a male coach be their role model. They're not going to karate lessons or, piano practice and assorted things of that nature. I'm sure the Muslim children do have access to the mosque. I'm not sure about the ones who are Christians, whether or not they're going to church. I don't know. That's not really my business where they go and what they do. I do know, though, that for a lot of my students, and I do mean a lot of my students, they're growing up in a single-parent household, which is most likely being run by a woman, whether that woman is their mother, their grandmother, or their aunt, which means they do not have access to a male role model unless there's like a grandfather or a good uncle in place. And for a lot of the children in my district, the TV set is their babysitter. Mom's working, she can't necessarily afford a daycare center because, if you're living in poverty, you're not making enough money to go and hire and pay for your child to go to a daycare center. Or you have like one aunt who's babysitting 5 or 6 kids, nieces and nephews, while the others go to work. And they are sitting in front of the TV set day in and day out. Is that the life I necessarily want for them? Absolutely not. But am I in a situation to control what happens outside of my classroom? Definitely not. So for these kids who are watching Teen Titans Go, and they see the 3 male characters on the cartoon being complete idiots, while the girls are the intelligent ones. For these kids who are watching Fairly Odd Parents, who sees that the father's an idiot, and even the godfather is an idiot. Only the mom and only the godmother know what they're doing. For these kids who are watching, I can't think at the moment, I'm drawing a blank, but there's so many programs directed to kids over the age of 5, but like under the age of 16, where you're seeing just a very negative stereotype of boys, fathers, or men. And again, I realize it's a cartoon, so of course a cartoon is going to use a gross exaggeration of reality, but I think like one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid was Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo had Velma. Velma was incredibly intelligent, but then you also had Fred. Fred was just as smart as Velma. Sure, Scooby and Shaggy and Daphne, they were a little airheaded, but you had one boy and one girl who were both intelligent, both solving the mysteries, and you had equal access to role models. That's kind of what I would like to see in today's programming again, is that whether you have daughters or sons, they're able to turn on a show and see a character that they can identify with and say, hey, this character's really got it going on. And right now, I feel that for girls, there are many children's programs that do that or show that, whereas for the boys, not as much. Now, granted, once you get to adult programming, there are wider varieties. You do have the crime shows, you have the NCIS, things like that, where you do have strong male leads. And those are really great shows. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily something that my 9-year-old 4th graders are going to watch on their own. they are going to watch Teen Titans Go. They are going to turn to SpongeBob long before they're going to put on an NCIS or a Criminal Minds or something along those lines. Not to mention some of those shows really aren't appropriate for small kids anyway. But so that's where I was coming from. I didn't mean any offense. And again, girl power, yay! Remember, I was a girl in the 80s growing up when a lot of these movements and a lot of this girl power was first coming into being. I remember being like 15 years old and my mother looking at me going, "What do you want to go to college for? Don't you just want to get married?" My mother said that to me because my mother grew up in a time when there was no girl power. That's what you did. You graduated high school and you got married and you started popping out babies. And my mother actually asked me why didn't I want to follow in her footsteps. So I am pro girl power. Please don't think for one moment I want to go back in time to the 50s where women are supposed to be barefoot and pregnant. I don't want to do that at all. By the same token though, I don't want for our boys and our men to feel completely emasculated because women are now so powerful, we just don't need you guys anymore. So again, that's just my opinion, and I know no matter how many times I try to explain it, some of you are still gonna not understand where I'm coming from, and that's okay. And after today, I'm not planning on talking about this again. After today, we will go back to business as usual on these videos. I just really felt the need to throw that out there at least once and just put it out there. Good morning. I forgot to close out my vlog yesterday, which is not unusual for me. I seem to do that quite often when I'm vlogging. I just kind of forget to say good night, y'all. So I'll say it now. Good night, y'all. And then right after that, I'll say good morning, because technically that's what it is. It is morning. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me yesterday. I didn't do a whole lot because, let's be honest, I'm a mom. I don't really do a whole lot outside of school. That's just the way it goes. Next week will definitely be more fun when I go to the PD in Lansing, and of course then after that we will be going up north to our property, so the vlog should be a little bit more interesting once that happens. With that, I'll say goodbye to you guys for today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from the future, click that subscribe button. Also click the little bell if you want to get notifications when I post. And with that, I'll talk to you guys later.